guys like it raw? I didn't expect that lady to laugh that hard. How many kids you got? So the other day I was just walking down the street wearing my favorite bandana. I didn't know Maddie was gonna see me. I don't like the description she used to me, by the way. Gonna take her to small claims court about what she said. All right. I have a feeling I know what a lot of you out there are thinking right now as you look at me. He is risen. I'm really happy you like that joke. That joke doesn't always go over that well with audiences, so I come back in 3 days and I tell it again. You know what I'm saying, sir? I don't. Great to be here in Vermont. There was a little snow squall while I was walking out and about, and it reminded me how much, I'm 46 years old right now, and reminded me, I was like, shut the fuck up. Somebody just went, I don't know how old you are, but please don't be so mean to me. This set is a midlife crisis. And the way I've lived, it's probably like a 3/4 life crisis, so. But I love to make snow angels. I still love to make snow angels. Is that what you call it when you run someone over in a blizzard? I've always wanted to do an Irish goodbye. That's when you die of alcoholism in your 60s, never having told your grandson that you love them. That's what my grandfather did. I don't know. I was actually named after my grandfather, like way after. My wife recently told me that she was bi. Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep saying that wrong. My wife recently left me. Bye! I said, why are you leaving me? She said, Josh, you're ignorant and misogynistic. I was like, bitch. I don't even know what that means. So you guys got tight on the bitch part, and then you're like, oh no, he knows that he's a fucking asshole. We get through this together. I don't know how you lean politically. I assume the way where you live. I'm very upset about the election. So let's just, for a fleeting moment tonight, let's get together, just be like a big amorphous blob of humanity, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of molecules in the ether, and let's just get together and laugh. And I really appreciate you guys supporting live comedy, because my 2010 Honda Accord broke down on the way up here. And I had to go back and borrow my 19-year-old niece's Range Rover, which doesn't make you feel great about your career. When your niece is in Hawaii in college and you're like, Beta, can I borrow your car that's more expensive than anything I've ever owned? Or anything I will ever own? Or anything I could ever even think of owning? And she said, ask Mom. Anyway, I've never driven a Range Rover, but on the way up here I said, hey, this is fun. This is like Range Rover, send Joshy right over. You know what I'm saying? We have fun, don't we, folks? I do. My car is like a heroin addict, always needs another fix. You know what I'm saying? You ever try to just DoorDash and you're chasing the dragon the whole time? I did do a little DoorDashing last... Hold on, they're still laughing. It's that same horny lady. She won't even look at me. But I'll never stop looking at her. I have been dating. I like to tell women I'm outdoorsy because I feel like it might turn them off if I tell them I'm homeless. Hey, babe, you want to go camping? Like forever? Heard a couple quotes that I like to repeat. These ones hit me hard. One was sit tight. That was a Kegels instructor. Stuck with me. Another one's a classic. It's the old, once you go black, you never go back. You know what I'm saying? I heard that from a frostbite survivor. What are you, all mountaineers in this fucking room? By the way, the only true rescue dogs is fucking Saint Bernard. You know what I'm saying? I like to wear this sweatshirt during hunting season, so when I go hiking, I don't shoot myself. Guy goes, oh, Jesus. He just saw the rep. A lot of these are jokes. I actually do have a beautiful, beautiful wife. She's been in a coma for about 6 years. Gorgeous woman in a coma. She's a trophy wife. I'm sorry, I keep saying that wrong. She's atrophy wife? You just take a couple words, you put them together, and then you make the best joke ever written. And then the audience loves it, and then you bask it, and that lady can't handle my jokes. How fucking high are you right now? My dad used to love to play the ponies, and everyone at the carousel was uncomfortable. I got $20 for the fat kid! I said, Dad, you're making people uncomfortable, and stop calling me fat! I'm husky. He made me run the Iditarod. All right. That's okay, you're a dumb audience, I get it. It's fine. It's totally fine. I was, the IT guy at my job was like, do you know your IP address? And I said, usually the bathroom. Sometimes a Gatorade bottle in my car, but you know, don't mix those up with the fresh ones. My dad always struck me as a very violent father. They just got that. Best part is there's always like a translator at tables, you know what I mean? I'll tell a joke and then I'll just hear someone who got it go, and then the other person usually just goes, oh. But they laugh, and that's why I'm in love with them. I think it's weird pigs always pick an apple for their last meal. Sorry, they're explaining it. Did you hear that? Who was explaining? I heard because an apple, like a luau, or like a fancy dinner. God damn it. I see you in the corner. I can't see anyone back there, but if I can't see or hear you guys back there, just yell out, "We like that," when you like my jokes, please. It's the best way. In fact, everyone do that. Stop laughing, just go, "We like that." It won't be weird for anyone, and I'm gonna love it. Shut the fuck up, sir. You try and take the attention away from your wife and can't stop fucking laughing because she's on fucking 2 tabs of acid. I tried acid, it was sulfuric, it was terrible. Supposed to... I will never understand the groans that come from audience members on certain jokes. Oh, he melted his insides with really, really acidic stuff. That must have really hurt him. Poor guy. He's doing well, though. Good for him. I'm from New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, we have DUI when you get arrested for drinking and driving. I think you have that here in Maine as well. But when I started doing... It wasn't even part of the joke. But now I know who has designated drivers in the crowd. Who has to blow into their car to go home tonight. I have to do that too, but it's just because I put a dildo on my gear shift. She loved that! Look at her! No, don't look at her. I'm being mean. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're my biggest fan of all time. I'm like, look at her! She's a freak! She likes me! I see you guys over there. Anyway, I was driving to Boston to do comedy, and I saw a sign, one of those overhead signs where it usually says, like, you know, Amber Alert or whatever, which, by the way, the ultimate Amber Alert was the movie Jurassic Park. But, a couple cinephiles, a couple archaeologists, and one super high lady. They said, do you want lime with that? I said, yeah, give me 2 slices. I'm fighting off scurvy. Shouldn't scurvy be called Lyme disease? What are we doing, folks? What the fuck are we doing? I got mono twice. I said, you gotta change the name. This isn't right. This isn't right. Anyway, to sum it up, just take a peek real quick. I'm riffing. I almost just drank the microphone by accident. That would be so fucking embarrassing. How'd he die? In stereo. It's what they should call mono, if you ask me. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my joke now that I started 4.5 minutes ago. I saw a sign that said, OUI ruins lives. And I had never heard that before. And I go, man, Massachusetts. Not tonight. With everything we're going through, you're gonna fuck. Not tonight. No fucking way. I'm not. No. Anyway, said OUI ruins lives, and I'm like, Massachusetts hates French people. You guys like that? You're like, wee! I'll have what she's having. I have been dating a nice young lady, but she yelled out her ex's name in bed the other day. Yeah, I was like, wasn't that weird? She was fucking him at the time, but I only know because I was jerking off in the corner, you know what I'm saying? It's like, way to go, Steve! I got to the airport, they said, you're on the no-fly list. I said, no shit, that's why I wore sweatpants. That's right, I'm a little stinker. Also, I didn't like that reaction, because a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, okay. You laughed at every fucking other thing I said. You continue laughing. For the love of Christ. Anyway, my dad's favorite music was Kids Bop. Let's call back to my joke earlier. I am an alcoholic, it's a fact, Jack. But I don't blame myself. I was given my first drink of alcohol on my 12th birthday because my father was dyslexic. Which was great, you know what I'm saying? But the next year he's like, you're 31, get your shit and get the fuck out of my house. Dad, no need to swear, let's have a drink and talk about this. I recently bought a car-shaped air freshener for my treehouse. I have a real rock on my front porch with a fake key inside of it. My buddy bought a rowboat. He said, I said, what side should I sit on? He said, either or. Who the fuck is groaning? If it's not that lady out of ecstasy, I don't want to hear it. As long as I can remember, I've had amnesia. I feel really bad for non-essential oils. I tried speed dating. Turns out I'm more of a cocaine masturbator. I planted jalapenos, but they died, so now I have ghost peppers. You like that? Boop. You're on the team now, too. I point at my demographic. It's usually 3 people. Someone just snorted. Now I want to masturbate. I was so horny the other night, I texted myself, am I up? Tried to donate blood, but the guy at Goodwill was like, we don't take that. He was like, that's vile. I'm like, how else should I carry it? Got a nurse in the house tonight. Maybe a phlebotomist. That phlebotomist is so vain, she probably thinks that joke's about her. Shit. I got an HD flat screen on my wall at home. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. I have a framed picture of a hot dog on my wall. It's nice, though. I got a job where they said there's no uniform, there's no dress code. You can just wear street clothes. And so I came in covered in hot tar, just screaming. Isn't this nice when I can just make you fucking wait? You just sit there and you wait. I went into the supermarket and the cashier said, did you have trouble finding anything? And I said, yes, the Hidden Valley Ranch. And the secret deodorant. And my biological father. I always wanted to follow in his footsteps, but he ran so fast when he left. I made this thing all sweaty and gross. You try doing that well at comedy and not sweating your palms. I'm going to tell a story. I told a lot of short jokes tonight, but I'm going to tell a story real quick. My buddy Justin called me up. I've known him since 6th grade. We haven't been super close, but we stayed in touch. And he's like, hey, man, he had moved to Arkansas to be with near his son because his ex had taken the kid away. And so he was like trying to make it work. He's like, it's not working here. His son wasn't happy there. So he's like, I got a job in Colorado. He's going to move with me. Do you mind flying out here? I'll pay for everything, hotel, food, all the things. And just help me move. I was like, of course, man. I've known him since, social studies, like 28 years or whatever. And so I go out, we do it. We get to the first hotel. Not my style. One of those damp carpet places, you know what I mean? Just like the mini fridge was open slightly for about 3.5 days. But I was like, whatever, I'm helping my boy out, you know what I mean? And then we get to the second hotel, and it's the last hotel of the trip, last leg of the trip. And he's acting really weird to me. And I'm like, what's going on, bro? And he's like, I forgot, I messed up, and I rented a room with just one bed. And I'm like, that's all right, I'll sleep on the couch. He's like, well, there is no couch. I'm like, well, I'm not sleeping on the floor, so we'll just share the bed. And that's where he got really weird. 46 years old, he's 47, and he was acting very strange about sharing a bed with me while I was helping him out. I was like, dude, you're being kind of homophobic right now. This is weird. And in my head, I'm like, I've known this guy for 28 years, met him in 6th grade, and apparently the moment I met him, he's like, this guy's gonna try to fuck me. Eventually. I was like, whatever, bro, what do you want to do? I'm not sleeping on the floor. If you want to, fine. He said, do you mind sleeping head to toe? It's like, you're being real fucking weird now, bro. And I didn't even have the heart to tell him, like, our dicks were still gonna line up. He flips over, I flip over, we both flip over. Look, me and my ex-wife used to 96 all the time, just sleep real nice, back to back. Beautiful. But I said, all right, man, I will sleep head to toe with you. What I did not do is I did not tell him about my foot fetish. Let's just say those piggies went all the way home. And I said, listen, bro, shouldn't have stopped in Topeka. You know what I'm saying? Bam! I had to buy a mirror, so I went through the self-checkout aisle. Take a minute and reflect on that. Joke is funnier than it appears. I once had a teacher say, you need to use your inside voice in this class. And I was like, you don't want me to use that one? That's the one that wants me to murder you. I'm gonna end on a bit of a dirty joke. I hope that's all right with you. I know it's all right with her. Watch out, sir. So the woman I've been dating is very, she's younger than me, but I was in a long-term relationship. I really did get divorced, and it was like 12 years, or no, 10 and a half years, whatever, and whatever, maybe that's why she left. It was like some amount of time, I don't fucking know. But she's a little more sexually experienced than me, and she told me when I first met her, when we first started dating, that she liked to use food when she had sex, which isn't that weird. I was horny and hungry, you know what I mean? I was like, gotta eat. And then she told me it was breakfast foods, and I'm like, I'm allergic to eggs, but I'm in. So, got an egg allergy on table 2. They call me the cloaca of comedy. All right. So, I'm just gonna describe it. This gets a little risque, and I apologize for the faint of heart. She has me put a big waffle right between her breasts. Big old waffle right there. And then just a pile of that fresh whipped cream. You guys know what I'm talking about? Just like... And then a touch of the strawberry drizz. Just cascading down, you know what I'm saying? And then she has me motorboated out. All right, so your reaction was what my reaction was. A few giggles, mostly confusion. What? How is this a thing? But this is what it is. She loves it. She comes every time. Like, she really, really loves it, you know what I mean? But like everyone else in IHOP's like really uncomfortable. I'm a comedian, I made that up. Don't worry, I made that up. We go to Denny's. Anyway, as long as I can remember, I've had amnesia. My name is Josh Day. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Stay safe, stay sane, take care of each other. We'll get through things. Goodbye. Get over Maddie and have fun.